Alright guys, back. Yesterday I went to Train Fest, and I picked up a few items while I was there, so I thought I'd show you what I got. First off, I've got these units here. They hook on the bottom of the tortoise, and hold on a second. Anyway, they hook on the bottom of the tortoise, and this edge here goes into the tortoise. No, let's get this right. There we go. This edge goes into the tortoise, and this edge is where you hook your wires. So I figured instead of soldering all this stuff to my tortoises, it could save me a little bit of time. Another thing I got there is they're from Evans Design. What is it? ModelTrainSoftware.com. So you can see it. I'll just set them back down, see if I can show them to you. What they are is they're flashing LEDs. I got a couple police cars that I want to put them in, and a couple other things. So I bought them. They were pretty reasonable. And then I like doing scenery, of course. So anything I can find to add to my scenery, I like to do. So I've got tons of molds, but I didn't have just a flat mold. Found this. I think I picked this up for like $5 or something like that from Scenery Express was there. And then these, I didn't even know what these were at first when I first looked at them. I mean, you're probably looking at them like, what the heck are they? Well, they're tree stumps. So I thought, you know, I'm sticking them around my layout where trees should have been. I got two other items that I got from Train Fest, and then I got some from the previous train show. This, I found this, and I had to have it. As you know, I'm building the Bates Motel, and I seen the little couple going at it on the, you know, moving. Yeah, it moves kind of slow for a few seconds once in a while, but thought, you know, it'd be kind of funny to stick that in one of the bedrooms or one of the motel rooms just for the heck of it. So I'm going to pan back over here, and as you can see, I've got an lantern. As you may or may not know, I've been collecting the Union Pacific set. I believe I need 2 more engines. And I'm not going to take this one completely out, but I will at least pull the X cube out of here, and I'll set it on the board. This is the Katie. Let me see if I can get a good picture of it here. I'm not sure where I'm at. There I am. Still in the ice cube package. I'll have a video of it later, so you'll actually see it running. But for right now, you know, this is what I bought. I mean, I spent a little bit of money, but nothing too much. Okay, then in October, you know, back when I kind of sloughed on doing videos for a couple of weeks, so start with the containers. You know, you guys probably know if you've been watching my videos that I like containers and the cars, the well cars. So I picked up 3 containers. Picked up 2 Santa Fe, and the other one's the Model Railroader 50th anniversary. I figured it wouldn't hurt to have something goofy like that now. I'm sure you see the passenger cars sitting here. I'm going to see if I can get a wide enough shot on them. I got 3 of them. I have no clue who makes them. I'm going to take them apart and see if I can find. The one in the middle is missing a truck. They're pretty light and pretty flimsy. I just figured it'd be something to run with one of my smaller engines or something. I didn't pay nothing for them. Actually, I got them given to me. I had bought these here, these 4 cars, and the guy just gave me, said if I wanted the passenger cars I could have them, so I don't turn down free stuff, so I was happy to get those. Even if they do need work, I can find the trucks sooner or later for them. Maybe replace the trucks altogether if I have to. But that's pretty much all I got. I got these. Well, I guess I didn't really say what these are. These are the hopper cars. I don't know how well you can see it in the picture. It looks okay on the screen, but it might not look great for you guys. I live here in Wisconsin, and the big thing in Wisconsin right now is frac sand. And they're mining like crazy. I would say probably when I'm home I listen to maybe 10 trains crossing the bridge out here heading up to the cities with frac sand, and I know there are at least 100 car consists, so you know, you figure that out going up to the cities every day. That's a lot of sand, so I thought, well, since we got sand mines around here and everything, somewhere on the way out I want to put a sand mine in, and then at another point on the layout I'd like to put in the drying facility and stuff like that. I have a feeling I'm going to have to buy some kits and kip-ash them to make it work, or hope my skills at scratch building are good enough. And if you watch my last video, you'll notice this is the table we were working on last time, the one that's right here. The pink foam is not actually glued to it. I just put it up there for reference. Let's actually stop and then I'll show you what I did. Okay, so as you can see, I finished this table and got the wood on it. I got to go buy some more foam because I'm out of 4x8 sheets. But right here where you see the wires coming through the wall, I know the hole's a little small. I know somebody's going to tell me that. But that's going to be where the tunnel portal is. And I actually cut the hole deeper on purpose so that I'd rather have to bring a board up to it to get it to work right than have to fight with it. But as of right now, that's the only update. I do have some other work that I'm working on. I got some legs I'm making for another table. I'm going to see if I can get the other two tortoises in. And if I can find a microphone for my computer, I'll show you guys how I do the track on JMRI and actually set up all 3 switches in JMRI. And then we'll play with them. Hopefully we'll get that done today. If not, it'll be in the next video. Alright guys, so we're on my upstairs computer, and I'm going to show you how we're going to draw out the map of what we have done so far. So I opened up Panel Pro, and this Panel Pro doesn't actually control anything on the computer. I'll actually end up having to save this file and take it downstairs. But okay, we're going to go into Panels, New Panel. We're going to go into Layout Editor. Okay, so first we got to set some options. We're going to turn on these 3 here, which are the grids. And then, now if you didn't look at them fast enough, what we had turned on was Show Grid in Edit Mode, Snap to Grid when adding, and Snap to Grid when moving. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go into Zoom, and we're going to go 2 times Zoom. Now this gives us a halfway decent view. Okay, so the first thing you need to do to be able to draw any kind of tracks is you need a point to go from. So what we're going to do is we're going to create what's called an anchor point. And what I'm going to do, now to do this you have to hold down Shift, and then you left click. So we're going to put a point here, and a point here. That's our corner. Now, now remember, we got a full oval down there with 3 switch tracks in it. So, this is our beginning of our oval. I know it don't look like an oval, but it is. Okay, now we need a right-hand switch, and then we need one more right-hand switch, and then we're going to need a left hand. Now, the left hand, as you see, is upside down, so we need to right click it, and we're going to rotate it 180 degrees. We're going to go 180. Okay. Now, this switch will go in right here. I'm just right clicking and holding to move. And then this switch goes in approximately right there. Okay, now we're going to finish the main line. So we're going to go main line under track. Then we also need track segment checked. We're going to hold down our shift key again. We're going to make a connection between there. Now, as you notice, because this connection is in the middle, it's lit. So when I go from here out to here, the green will light up. Now, we're going to come down to this box. Now, as you notice, it does not curve the track. We'll actually have to do that manually. But what I'm going to do is just go through and I'm going to connect all my tracks. Now, later on, we'll be setting these up into blocks and we'll be addressing the turnouts. But for right now, we're just going to leave the turnouts and everything the way they are. Now, as you notice, there's circles on each one of these. That's where you want to right click. So I'm going to right click and we're going to change it to a circle, which changes it to a half circle. And I bet you're saying to yourself right now, but Rod, that circle's going the wrong way. Well, you're absolutely right. So we're going to right click, and because it's a circle now, we can flip the angle. And now I bet you're thinking, oh, well, the other one don't match, so let's do that one. I'm going to change to circle. I'm going to right click again, and we're going to flip the angle. Now, if for some reason your tracks don't line up perfectly in here because of how you did it, whatever, these little squares here can be right clicked and you hold them and move them around. Now if you can't get it, say you're trying to get just perfect, like say right here, you can see how it's kind of off a little bit. You can shut the grid snap off and then just adjust that until that's right perfect. I don't care myself, so I'm going to leave it alone. So we're going to change this to a circle, change this one to a circle. Now as you notice, this side snaps out right to where we want it. Okay. Now, I don't want to mess with it too much, but we're going to go into, see, I believe it's Tools, or am I in the wrong spot? Yeah, okay, it's in Options. We're going to add the turntable. Now, the default turntable only has 4. Now, the only thing we're going to do with this turntable is we're going to take and move this one right here, and then we're going to line it up with, is that right? We'll just put a track segment in and see what happens. So we're going to, oops. So we're going to hold, I didn't hold shift is what I did. And I'm hitting the right click instead of left instead of right. So we're going down like this. So now, okay, I screwed up. That's not supposed to be a main line. We're going to go in. We're going to edit. That is a side track. And we're going to hit done. So as you see, it changes it to a side track. Now we don't have any other tracks in, so that's all we're going to do. But I will show you this, and I will do it when I edit the turntable and we set each of the blocks off the turntable. Okay, you right click and hit edit. You can go in here and hit new ray, and as you see, it adds a ray. Now we can hit done, and we can move this ray anywhere we want. All these rays can be moved. Each one is a ray. I mean, I can literally come right up and I can stack them right next to each other if I want. But, you know, obviously we're not going to. But we can put these any place we want. In fact, we can jump right across the other top of the other ones. You know, this one can go here, whatever. So that's pretty much the basics of that. Since we don't have any other tracks laid, I'm not really going to do anything. Now there is a lot of other little things we can do. We can put stuff in the background. We can
put labels in when we do the rest of the table. When we come out to, in fact, I'm actually going to put the anchor point in now. Okay, so this would be the edge of the table because the wall's right here. So we're just going to go right here, and we're going to shift, left click. As you see, that puts in my other anchor. But now I don't have to actually have the anchor. I could go into the text and I can put to the yard. Excuse me. Then I can come down here, hold the shift key, and click it. Now, this allows me to put labels in, and I can move these labels around. Now, the thing I have found is if you go past the end of this box, you gotta go in, you need to right click on it, and then you can go in and edit the properties, which I'm going to do right now just to show you this. Now, there's quite a few. We're going to make the yard red, and we have it bold already. I like the size of the font, which is fine. Now, we're going to hit apply, and okay. Now it says 2 yard. Now, when we actually do this, the whole page is going to look like, well, let's zoom back, go to no zoom. So this is what the whole page looks like, kind of. We're going to shut out the grid. This is what the page will look like, and we can, I forget how, but we can hide these as well, but these are already hidden when we do stuff, so we won't have to worry about that. Now, when we actually get to using this whole setup, this will be on the touch screen down in the basement in the room. I'll actually be able to go right here, click on it, and it will highlight one direction or the other to where it's at. I will do like a kind of an example. When we're downstairs. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. I don't have 2 cameras to do 2 separate angles, but maybe I can get the screen capture software downstairs. So that is it for just this part. Like I said, we will be editing the blocks later. We'll be combining some blocks to be in one block. We'll be setting up all the switches, and we'll be adding to the whole idea here because we got more that's actually going to be in the room.
Okay, guys, so this is a DS52. It's for controlling either the tortoise or snap switches. Pretty much, if you're using it for DCC, your terminals 4 and 5, which is where the red and black wire are coming into it right now, are your power. And then the 3 on either side is where you hook your snap switches. Now if you're using a tortoise like I am, you only use pin 1 and 3 and 6 and 8. So in other words, you leave the center pin open. So this thing is pretty easy to program. All you do is put a jumper on, use your command station to call up the switch, and then that'll automatically configure it. And then I believe you call up the next one. You've only got what is it, something like 60 seconds or something like that, I think it is. I'm looking here for a second to see if I can find it. But yeah, it's actually a pretty quick amount of time. You don't really have, but the nice thing is, say I hook it up, I address the first switch as, well, let's say we put it as number 1. If I don't get number 2 activated, it'll just automatically turn it to number 2. And Yeah, I don't see, it said somewhere in here what the time, oh, you only got 16 seconds to address it from the time you turn the power on. And then from what I understand, you're supposed to shut the power off when you put the jumper. By the way, this little piece right here is the jumper that I'm talking about. So yeah, this will allow me to control two switches, which works out well since we have one switch that comes into the turntable and then the one switch that'll be taking you out to the helix and the one switch that'll take you out to the yard. I did want to try and do something differently with this, but there's just no way to try and cut across the table and use an AR1 to do like a turnaround, so with that turntable out there in the middle it was kind of hard to do. But that's it. Once I got it set up, well, it's such a short time to try and show you the actual setup. All you do is you, let's see, I've got NCE, so I'll tell you on the NCE, I know how to do it on that. All you do is you hit select accessory and then type in the accessory number, and that's pretty easy to do. And then the slow motion switch will open and close. And as you've seen earlier, we drew up this map that we have of the track, even though the track is not completely done right now, but we know it's going to be a full loop right here. Mainly the idea of me making the full loop was, number one, I wanted some place to run trains around in a circle for right now until I get other stuff done. And number two, it's a good way to get the steam engines around to go into the roundhouse. But other than that, I think that's it for this little segment. As soon as I got an update, I will do it. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay guys, so I told you that I had purchased a new engine. As you can see, it's SW1500 in the Union Pacific. I'm not really going to do like a review or anything. I just thought I'd go through a few of the things. So it is fully sound equipped. And let's see. There's our sounds. So I didn't see that it had an F10, but anyway, I think I gotta mess with the volume a little bit. It's pretty decent, but it's not as loud as my Tsunamis. So let's see, let's just go through a few things. Right now it's in reverse, so the headlights are there. But if you listen real closely when I switch it to forward, you can actually hear what sounds like transmission shifting. So anyway, that's kind of cool. I don't really mess with too much of it. There's the blower. Let's see what else I got. This thing's got quite a few different things in it, including some macros. You got radio chatters, stuff like that. Why they need farm sounds, I don't know, but anyway, there's all sorts of kind of cool stuff. So this will be our switcher in the yard. So let's zoom out a little bit and let's just see if I get this camera at a decent angle so we can let it go around. Actually move the camera back, hopefully don't bounce too much while I'm moving backwards. Now the track is not finished yet. I just barely got the three tracks soldered together, so I haven't had time to do that yet. So So let's see what the whistle sounds like, since prototypically we'd blow the whistle twice before leaving. Oh, it's actually got a whistle for that. I don't know how I got it to do it differently like that, but that's interesting. Now, of course, being in the yard and moving slowly, we'd probably be using the bell. So that sounds pretty clear and crisp. I did notice this thing's quite slow moving, so which a lot of your switches are pretty slow moving, so that's good. They kind of work that in with it. I think Paragon puts the momentum in. I'm going to have to check that because I've actually got momentum controls on the NC power cab controller, so that's what that bell off. That gets kind of annoying. Now, I'm guessing not all the functions on here work because it says ditch lights and I do not see any ditch lights on the unit. So what's really cool is if you change direction or you drastically shut the power down, you get to hear the brake squeal. And I've got a dirty spot in the track. I have not cleaned my tracks since I put them on, so it's not surprising that it stopped over there. Oh, what do I got that I can use to make it start moving again? It's a bad thing with having that, not being able to get around to the back side of the table, but what are you supposed to do? I mean, the room's only so big, it's not like I can squeeze more in here than what I already am. So yeah, that's my going to be air switcher for the yard, and kind of looking forward now to getting the yard started. And so it says it has a grade crossing function. Let's see if that works. I'm not hearing it, so. And again, we have the, and we'll hit F8 to shut down the sounds. So, like I said, I wasn't really going to do a review because there's plenty of people out there that do reviews, and I'm just wanting to show you guys my new toys. So, I know there's a lot of stuff you guys haven't seen. I'm going to start bringing a few engines down. I've had a few people ask me to bring out the Trix Big Boy, so once we get this whole track set up, get the switches running, I'll probably show you once I get the tortoises running, and we will be using JMRI here pretty soon. I got the Wi-Fi down here. I have not tested it, and I have the throttle software on both of my tablets, so hopefully we can test that out next time. If not, I've got it on my phone if my tablets are dead, so we'll be doing that. So hopefully we'll see you in a few minutes for another update. Alright guys, so this is going to be the final update for this video. Still got 2 days left of vacation, so I may do some more videos. Don't know if they'll get out this week or if they'll be put out when I get back in 2 weeks. Anyway, if you take a look here, I'm going to kind of angle the camera down a little bit. I have, back, I have both switches here installed. They're almost ready to go. I've got a little bit of work to do on them. Let's see, what else did I do? I got the switch back over on that side done, and as you can see, the corner is full corner. I have a little bit of wiring to do before I can run anything, and as you probably notice, I I'm not all the way back into the corner like I was before. I'm going to actually push this back in. One thing I did finish, I'm going to take the camera off the stand here. I haven't had a whole lot of light in the room, so I don't know how well those show up. They probably show up as little blurs. Those are the lights, the little hockey puck lights that you put underneath. They really light up this end of the table, so I thought that's kind of nice. Let's see, anything else new? I got some more work to do with the computer, but we'll do that on the next video. We're going to probably get some stuff programmed. I've got 2 of the Digitrack switch units that need to be programmed. Actually, the one I think is programmed at 50. My block detector that was up underneath here, I took out because when I put in the plastic spacers over there, over by the turntable behind the, probably can't see it because of the water bottle, back over there by the switch where all the T-pins are, I did some different stuff there, so that's not. Anyway, I put in the track coming into the turntable permanently. The stuff is a little wet. I did decide to do a little bit of scenic around it. I mean, there's more to do, but I got started. As you can see, I used 2 of those stumps that I got from Train Fest. Other than that, everything else I got is pretty superficial. I mean, I just got this grain hopper today, but it's just what is it? Just a simple little Bachman. I mean, I got it given to me by a person that runs the train store here in town, more or less. But I did get some work done out here. As you see, I'm gonna zoom out here. I've got the foam on the table that was put on yesterday, but it does get a little damp down here, so I decided to leave everything on top and let it sit there for another day, since I don't need this table. I've been working on the table. It's the beginning of the legs right here. As you can see, I got all the holes drilled. That piece over there with the top on it is our piece that will be coming up so that the track can come through the wall right there, through that hole. And other than that, that is it. So hopefully we'll get the other video done this weekend, and there'll be some more to watch, but I'm going to leave it right here and go ahead and edit this.